Alright guys, I just got the tractor out here into the sort of the meadowy area. I'm going to get out of the cab because we're going to be spending a fair bit of time in it today. So I'm going to get out of it for now and show you what we're up against. And what we're up against, no surprise, is dealing with some lumber. Well, I guess this is the beginning stage of some lumber. We're dealing with a big pile of logs here, and we have a variety of conifers and some hardwood trees. What we're going to do with these is basically get them up to the sawmill today. If we're looking at distance wise, you know, we have some bit of a wavy type up and down trail in order to get to the sawmill. So we're probably a half kilometer to get to it, maybe a bit more. Anyways, it's going to involve the tractor, my 2012 DK40. My tractor there is going to drag these logs or skid them up to the sawmill. Now, where these logs came from, and if you've seen other videos, you know exactly where they came from. They came from the remnants of an EF1 tornado, which basically ran through my property, 3 weeks ago, somewhere in there, down that way. So you guys can see where we are here. Get off me, bug. If you guys can see where we are there, down that way, probably 100 or 200 meters or so is where the tornado went through. Conservatively, I'd said we had about 100 trees come down, probably more than 100 trees, at least 100 in that area. There's more trees down further back, which let's face it, I'm not getting to anytime soon, but these are the ones I've got out of the bush, and these are going to ultimately become various pieces of lumber. I don't even know what exactly yet, but they're going to be lumber eventually. Now, in order to get these to this stage, what I've had to do is take the trees that were blown over by the wind, cut them into length. I've had to drag them up that big ravine you would have seen in other videos. You also would have seen me take some firewood out of that area. I've got a ton of work ahead of me, and to be honest, I'm tired just thinking about it. I've been slugging away for quite some time on this, and although it's good exercise, it's not, let's face it, it's not fun to do it every single day. And so I'm going to take a break today. Instead of going back there and cutting more of these logs, which I do have more of them way back in there, I'm going to get these ones processed, get them up to the sawmill. So at the very least, when I do get back to slugging in the bush there, cutting up logs, dragging them out, I'll have a place to put them right here. So this is sort of the intermediate step, we'll call it. The trouble I'm having right now, and many of you folks have had the same trouble, is how do you get a chain? You can see my chains, got two of them here, and my cable on the back of the 3-point hitch. How do you get these chains wrapped around these logs? Now, if we look here, I could dig my hands in there, but let's face it, I'm not getting the logs all wrapped around in chains too easily. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna roll these logs onto the chains. I've never done this before, and I guess why not try it, right? I'm gonna lay the chain out, right, one at a time. I'm gonna roll logs onto it. I think I'm gonna tow probably, I don't know. We'll see if we can tow 6 logs at a time, or maybe 5. I know the tractor can do it. It's just a matter of me getting the rigging done. So I'm gonna roll the logs onto the chain, 3 into a bunch, hook them onto the hooks here, right? And if you've seen other videos, you know exactly what's going on with this thing. This 3-point implement here. Basically, I have a series of hooks that the chain hook onto. You can see one down there, one over here, and one up here. So I'm gonna hook bunches of 3 logs with 1 chain onto each hook. And I don't know, this cable we might hook onto the top. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So that's the goal. That's my sort of my attempt at making life easier. I don't want to wrap my hands in there, because if you look here, you don't even want to stand here, right? You stand right here, and these logs shift. You're going to have one of these roll onto you. And I don't want to be climbing all over that, trying to get chains wrapped around things and get my hand pinched. So if you guys have any better ideas, I'd love to hear it. My alternative idea, and I don't know if I'm going to try it today or not, was to basically get the grapple on the front of the tractor, that guy up there, and just sort of lift under some of the logs. So like grab onto the edge and just sort of lift it up, then put a board under there to create a gap. That was my idea. I got the wood over there to do that. I'm just not quite there yet. I think that'll be plan B. Plan A, chains on the ground, roll the logs onto it, and hopefully back the tractor up to it, throw the chain on, and drag it out of here. Jeez, that's gonna be a process. I think we'll get it done though. It's a beautiful day. The heat has come down quite a bit. I've been slugging away in the bush for, well, since the tornado happened, and I've been sweating pretty bad day in and day out, it seems, because of the heat wave. Well, that's gone. The sun is not quite breaking through the clouds, and I hope it doesn't. And the bugs are so-so. So it's going to be a good day. Let's hope this works. And hopefully, when we're all said and done, you'll see this pile, but you'll see it up at the sawmill. And eventually we'll make some lumber. Thanks for being here, folks, and let's get after it. Okay, well, that's gonna do it. So I have a 20-foot chain, or it's 25-foot chain, whatever it is, and sit down for a minute. Heat's picking up, or I'm out of shape. If you're gonna be buying chain and you're gonna be hauling logs like this, do yourself a favor, buy a choker chain. The ends on this are sort of for let's go have a look at it. The ends on this are sort of for transporting like equipment on a trailer, so the chain can't slide freely through the hook. For choker chains, you will have a bigger hook here, and the chain will slide freely through it. In a perfect world, that's what I would have in this case, because when I pick this up, then the chain would tighten around the logs. In my case, the chain tension is not going to change, and that could be a problem because that could cause the log to slide out. So hopefully this is going to work. This would be a good jag on here. I got 6 logs hooked up to one chain, one end for 3 logs, the other end of the chain for the other 3. And now all I'm going to have to do is take the end of the chain here and run it onto my hooks, and then with the 3-point hitch lift it up, and hopefully that will get them high enough off the ground so they won't dig in. So that's the plan, and let's see how it works. Okay, let's do it again. Alright guys, that just about's gonna do it for me here today. I made it out to the sawmill, the hillbilly hideout. I got all my logs here. Tractor's in one piece, logs are in one piece, I'm in one piece. That's a win in my books. Now, if you've seen me doing all this type of stuff out here, you're probably thinking, gee, do you ever take a break? Well, yeah, I do take a break, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't rather be any other place. It's a dirty life out here, but it's a good life out here. Guys, come on back next time because I'm going to talk about liquid ballast in my tractor tires. This has rim guard in there, which adds about 800 pounds of weight. I'm going to talk about how that liquid ballast adds the weight right down to the ground and gives me traction for jobs like I did today. Guys, I appreciate all you watching. Make sure you come on back next time. I hope you're all well out there. And thanks again, and we'll see you next time.